I was in the Merchant Marine Academy, and for 4 years, and that has two branches, engine and deck.
Know like what you did, like
Now, see, it was a 4-year course in deck or engine, and brand new tanker, and which is an oiler. We were picked up by the Coast Guard. Actually, they hit us with 2 torpedoes, and then they put it back together again. It was split in half when the torpedoing. It was a brand new ship.
How long were you out there?
Let's see.
how long?
4 days.
4 days.
Did you go to war afterwards?
Oh yes. I mean, they put it together again, and by God, they sunk it again, and the Germans are knocking off everything, and there's not much you could do.
Yeah.
And there's so many cadets on the ship.
On February 15th, the E.H. Bloom sailed the ballast from Philadelphia to Hampton Roads, Virginia. While at slow speed, she wandered into an American minefield 150 yards off the Cape Henry Lighthouse. The first explosion amidships at the engine room lifted the bow 6 feet into the air. About 15 minutes later, a second explosion hit the ship. The master ordered a crew of 8 officers and 32 men to abandon ship. Using 4 lifeboats, all hands successfully left the ship as she struck a third time. After 40 minutes, she broke into 2 at the pump room. After spending nearly 4.5 days in lifeboats, 40 survivors were picked up by the U.S. Coast Guard and taken to Little Creek, Virginia. The E.H. Bloom returned to service on August 27, 1943.
Okay. Well, I was a flight engineer. That meant that I knew where everything was, I knew how to repair it, and so forth. And I went on the plane, and it's more of a glorified mechanic. Is what it is. And I checked hydraulics, electricity, everything on the plane, and then I flew in it. I did not fly the plane. That's where I was. Liberal Air Force Base, to learn how to fly a B-24. That's the big plane. Got a 110-foot wingspan, and it'll carry 8,000 pounds of bombs. Hoped that I wouldn't get hurt, and we did crash a few times, and tore an engine off, tore a propeller off, landing gear, and so forth.
How would you say that the Air Force affected the outcome of World War II?
Well, I think it did quite a bit. 24 was made to fly at 20 to 22,000 feet up, and it had a navigator, it had a bomber person on there that could release the bombs and so forth. And they did a pretty good job from high up. Some of the planes the other side had couldn't go that high because we had supercharged engines, and we could pack the air back into the engine to run it, and it was quite a job.